It's time for the drivers to head themselves down to the starting grid for this, the 24 hours of Daytona. They've got themselves about 30 seconds to make sure they are ready on the grid and ready to go. You can say a lot of things sometimes when these special events come along, but what we can say is we have got a race for the ages.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the
Good evening and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. Tonight, the over-the-top paints and designs and loose lug nuts presents the top-shelf auto detailing Clash of the Champions Cup Series. Tonight we are at Richmond Motor Speedway. Nice little short track here to get the race and action hot, and so are the tempers. And with me as usual, we have Jeff Wood in the booth, and of course our very own Michael D'Amico on the cameras. Welcome, Jeff.
How you doing, Keith?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Now, I've been here all week viewing loose lug nuts on a different channel, but hoping for a better night. We got 200 laps of, like you said, hot temper racing, and we want to see it go well.
Yeah, we have just started qualifying, so these guys are starting to take some times. What do you expect tonight, besides, the occasional temper?
Well, I mean, we've seen most of the cautions happen in the back. There's fast guys no matter where you look at it in the field, and they're wanting to get to the front, and they don't know how to do it early, and sometimes that leads to a multitude of cautions. And that's what we've seen so far this week on Thursday and Saturday, depending on how you look at it at least. But two different winners, Mitch Reeves winning Thursday night and Wes Holland winning Saturday night in the caution-filled events. But I'd like to see, and so far in qualifying it looks like we have some pretty fast guys out there like Kevin Winter and Ryan Nolan.
Yeah, they are turning some really good laps, but it looks like only half the field has taken a time so far. But, you know, watching practice, the cars seem like they're handling the temperatures pretty well. They look pretty stable.
Yeah, and tonight, I believe, as we go into the race itself after the qualifying session on iRacing, will be the first time we've started under the lights. So that is also different. It may help to stabilize the cars for long runs. The guys have a complete amount of info on how their car is going to react if we stay at current temperatures. Real life temperatures, it's cold as hell. So,
yeah, just a little bit. And they had some storms coming through there, didn't they?
Oh yeah, cold here in the old Virginia land. But looking through, we got about what 30 plus drivers here tonight.
Yeah, I see 31.
31 drivers, one room here in Loose Lug Nuts, so that should help, you know, ease the points anxiety among drivers. Who do we have there at the top of the points right now?
That is a great question. So far, let's see. We have Ryan Nolan up at the top of the points with 85. Then Mitchell Reeves is in second, 4 points behind him. James Brown moved up a whole bunch of spots. In third, Travis Browder, who doesn't seem to be here tonight that I can see, with that win last week, is in fourth. Brandon Murray, fifth. Ray Richard in sixth. Tied for seventh, we have Judd Danielson and Joker Johnson. And then tied for ninth, we have Devin Armstrong and Max Widner.
Yeah, and not seeing Ryan Nolan's win. I believe he won Daytona in room number 2, along with Ray Richard last week winning room number 2 at Atlanta.
Yeah, so with only one room tonight, this is going to kind of shift the points around quite significantly at the end of the race tonight.
Yeah, about a minute left in qualifying, but you're right. I think we're going to start seeing the 30 guys each week show up, and I'm not saying that we can't handle more. Come on over to Loose Lug Nuts. Everyone's welcome. We like competition. We like to see new blood, and so far this season, the 3 divisions at Loose Lug Nuts, we've seen the Wes Holland and Mitch Reeves show. So I'm looking for a breakup here tonight of that show. And Mark Jackson, Ryan Nolan, Kevin Winter all ahead of him in qualifying. And Mitch Reeves went drag racing yesterday and does not look like he is at the top of the board. Nope, yeah, he's in 6th. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not a bad starting spot, especially for here. But qualifying just about over, and so far 23 drivers have taken time. There's still a few more out there on the track.
Yeah, and if you're looking at lines here early on tonight, starting second thus far, Ryan Nolan has an opportunity to jump out early into the lead above Kevin Winter. Kevin Winter, a great short track racer, as is most of his competition up front. And we're going to go quickly to the grid. I'll grab the first 10 here, starting in row number 1. We have Kevin Winter and Ryan Nolan. Kevin Winter with a fast time of 20.564. Row number 2, that would be Mark Jackson in the number 3 and Wes Holland in the number 4. Row number 3, Trey Galligan in the 49.02, Mitch Reeves. Devin Armstrong 7th. John Pansula in the 8th spot. Tommy Gossett 9th. And Jeff Gilmore 10th.
All right, then in the 11th, we have Jason Covington, and right next to him is Dustin Lee. Starting 13th, Brandon Murray, and in 14th, Taylor Potts. 15th is Brandon Thornhill. 16th is Jay Smoke. 17th, Judd Danielson. 18th is Brian Bizzell. Joker Johnson, 19th. And running out your top 20 is Michael Whitlock.
Yeah, and quickly through the bottom half of the field, John Waters. Jeffrey Merck with a weird time. He's usually up at the front. 22nd. 23rd, David Johnson. 24th, Brandon Dorsett. 91, Kevin Petty in 25th. Mike Donahue, 26th. James Brown, mentioned at the points, starting 27th. Ronald Klein, 76th, starting 28th. Robert McFarland, our series sponsor, that number 1 car, starting 29th. Craig Covington, 30th. And Max Widener rounding out our field.
Looks like
31 cars, man.
Yeah, 31 cars, and they're getting their last-minute instructions before they head out. Short track, so there's going to be 2 pace laps.
Yep, I found that earlier out in the week when I was ready to call the green off 1, but still, it's going to be interesting. Kevin Winter with the pole here tonight. Lead them off here for their first pace lap.
Although the lights are off, so maybe they're only going to have 1 pace lap.
No, it confused me too. And it's 2 to start out, but if I'm wrong again.
We're going to find out here in just a second. iRacing.
It's been about 5 years on iRacing now, and it's still weird to see that Ford Mustang.
Yeah, it really is. Although I have seen the Porsche on the road courses. So.
Yes. Yeah, so we're new, but we're not that new.
We are not. I swear I've been iRacing for a long time.
Yeah, we all swear it. But again, 1 extra lap here. Kevin Winter, Ryan Nolan going to lead them off. On the initial start is all about the green flag. So I think both competitors are going to have equal opportunity to get down in that corner. Thus far this week, we've seen the real problems come from the back end as people try to gauge the slowdown and the stopping and braking points of other drivers. So hopefully that doesn't occur lap 1, but it's something to watch out for with maybe grabbing an early lead.
Plus, there's a wee bit of impatience in some people. They like to try to get to the front in the first lap.
I do too.
I think we all have done that at once. And the pace car's in. And I'm sorry.
Green.
Kevin Winter on the green flag. Getting a good jump. 115, and Ryan Nolan's going to be able to squeeze down there in front of the 3 car. Strong run by 4 of Wes Holland on the outside of that 3 car. No gap, though, for Wes Holland. He's going to be side by side with the 3.
Yeah, it looks like everybody got through lap 1 pretty much without incident there.
Yeah, 78. Huge stretch out in front with that restart. Ryan Nolan looking. Wes Holland still strong on that outside. Look at that. He is making those tires work early for him.
Yeah, you got to be a little careful. This track is kind of deceptive. That right front tire can get eaten up in a hurry if you're not careful.
Oh, Wes Holland loose into the front stretch wall. He is going to take some damage. He was testing the outside limits there, though.
Yeah, he managed to get it straightened out thanks to the wall, but that is going to definitely hurt his car big time.
Yeah, and riding back up front, Kevin Winter, no contest at this moment, out to a huge start. 115 going to want to track him down, but right now, battle for 3rd.
Yeah, we got a nice 4-car battle here, led by Trey Galvin. Mitchell Reeves right beside him.
Yep. Trey Galgan, he's got a toe in there of the 01 of John Pansula. Mark Jackson qualified top 3, sitting back there, getting in his position. Not had a great week. Pansula, Trey Galgan dove it in deep. Mitch Reeves is going to get the run off the corner, but Mike Pansula with probably the better run altogether.
Yeah, that one, he just got a little squirrely there.
Yeah, Mike Pansula again, maybe tight and loose off of the front, and Mitch Reeves still taking advantage of it. Trey Galgan holding strong on the outside. I'm sure he's looking to get down, but Mark Jackson's not giving him too much leeway there going into the corners.
Yeah, we focus on this fight. It seems to be they're fighting pretty hard for 3rd, 4th, and 5th here.
All right, man. Caution.
Yeah,
the flag.
Out.
Looking through the field.
Looks like it was Jeffrey Merck.
Yep, got significant amount of damage on the rear end at least.
It looks like he, oh yeah, he got loose just before the start-finish line and gets down, and the 088 of Taylor Potts just kind of finishes the job for him.
And Mr. Merck, top 3 car, I believe, Thursday and Saturday here at Loose Lug Nuts, qualifying or not qualifying towards the back. We'll see what the leaders do going into the pit road here this time.
Yep,
and
I know
all
it's only
down
9
road.
laps in, but you know what? Take them tires, get that gas.
It should be interesting how they get into their pit stalls. This is early pitting from what we saw previously this week. Tires may be a big issue compared to the other vehicles.
Yeah, these cars have just a wee bit more power than the other NASCAR vehicles do. So,
Mitch Reeves looks like he took 2 tires there, or just got into the box better.
Yeah, he comes out just behind Kevin Winters. That was a really good pit stop. And with only 9 laps in, maybe taking 2 tires was the way to go, just to kind of test out and see what it's going to do later on.
Yeah, and to get a quick word with him, we're going to bring up Mitch Reeves right away and see what he did.
No, that's all it is.
Hey, Mitch, you got a copy?
Yeah, we got you, Jeff.
Hey, we saw a huge quick pit stop from you there, gaining you some momentum of positions. What'd you do?
I paid my crew with a lot of goldfish and a couple Cokes, and I guess that paid off for the
2 or 4,
starter race.
buddy. 2 or 4.
Oh, 4. You got to go 4. Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
no.
work for you for goldfish.
I'd work for myself for goldfish. Those
Absolutely.
are really valuable pieces. But no, I mean it was 4 tires. It was a 13-1. I mean we were sitting 3rd. You know, I was kind of shocked we got out that quick, but you know, I hated to see
You
us
got
get
in the
wall
box really good, though.
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
in and
it's
out really nice, really
Yeah,
even.
Yeah, it really worked out pretty well, and I feel like we're having deja vu with Thursday night again when I'm behind Kevin, so it should be interesting. We got a guy that actually stayed out on old tires here, so it should be an interesting restart here for sure.
All right, man. Thanks for that insight. We'll talk to you later, hopefully.
Thank you, Jeff.
So it seems we have found the secret to a good pit stop. It is goldfish and Coke.
I like that call from him. We're doubling up here at the line. My man Keith's actually going to get the call this time, as we don't have to debate how long the pace car is going to stay out.
Yeah, that's true. Now I know for sure. I swear I've done this before. Alright, pace car is in, and Joker Johnson's going to lead him to the green flag as we're back under green here at Richmond. Kevin Winter gets a really good start on the outside, is probably going to try to take the lead immediately from him as the 099 of Joker Johnson is on older tires now.
Yeah, and interesting to see how they get down at 3 and 4. Mitch Reeves choosing the top side. 099 trying not to wash up. Oh, he washes up just a bit. Tags the 78, going to lose some momentum. Mitch Reeves is going to look to do the same thing. It's going to add an interesting dynamic for these front guys trying to get around old tires.
Yeah, and that was exactly what I was afraid of. I mean, you want to pass him, but man, you go on the outside and there's always that danger of him washing up the track because his tires don't have near as much grip.
Yep, Mitch Reeves successfully getting below the 099, I believe, of Joker Johnson.
Oh, we have some contact.
Wow, one
Guy in
down
the
on the
grass
bottom.
there.
That's Ryan Nolan, I think. Yeah,
That
Ryan
is
Nolan.
Ryan Nolan.
115 down to the grass. Didn't catch it myself, but he's moved. Oh,
Huge crash. That was the 49 car of Trey Galgan collecting up a bunch of guys.
And it still hasn't stopped.
Nope, they're still wrecking. See what happened here.
Believe that started with the 45, though. Getting up into the 49.
That's what I saw. Tommy Gossett kind of washes up and hits the 49. He hits the wall and then spins, and that just creates the big chain reaction that we see.
Yep. Tommy Gossett up into the 49 of Trey Galgan, and it just collected an amount of unnamed cars that we will probably not say all, but a lot of
I know that Ronald
crashing
Klein
here.
was involved in that.
Yeah, 76 of Ronald Klein involved. A lot of the guys that, you know, maybe just went to the back to see what it was like, ended up in that.
Yeah, I mean, the good news with this is that they do have one fast repair. The bad news is it's only lap 16 and you got to use it now. That's bad news for the rest of your race.
Yeah, I think I would just rather take some pit road time and get through it.
Yep.
Unless, you know, I was showing smoke, but I don't think we saw anyone show smoke. I don't know, someone nailed the back end of another car, and it looked pretty detrimental.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody out of the race. Well, except for, I guess, Max Widener never even started, but that's everybody else is still shown on the lead lap.
Yep, Max Widener not on the field, but that left us with 30 cars. 30th is Ronald Klein, and I think he went with our strategy of don't use a quick repair, or he's already used it, unfortunately.
Yeah, they see that Tommy Haas is
wow. Look at the 4 car. Am I seeing this right, or is my iRacing playing different games with
No, I'm seeing the same thing. Both the front and the back panels are completely gone.
So I'm thinking what I saw was Wes get into that accident and then get slammed from behind is what I may have seen.
Yeah, his car is a few inches shorter than it was when this race started.
Yeah, we qualified 3rd or 4th there to start the race, 4th, and he's all the way back in to 24th. I'm pretty sure he's going. I'm not taking that quick repair just yet.
No, and the nice thing about a track like Richmond is that aero isn't that important. I mean, you still need it to a point, but I think he's just going to try to ride around here and see how long he can go with that car in that condition.
Yep, as would I. Pace car down. 0-2 of Mitch Reeves leading it off with Brandon Murray on his outside. Mitch Reeves getting a huge jump. It is going to be him out front. Not sure where the 78 went, but Brandon Thornhill in that 68 going to try to contest for second spot. A lot of drivers up there that we're not used to seeing other than Mitch Reeves. Mitch Reeves out to the huge lead. Battle right now is from second on backwards, more towards the 5th position, with Jeffrey Merck in the 70 of Mike Donahue.
Yeah, and Kevin Winters all the way back in 10th place.
Kevin probably choosing tires on that last stop.
And another caution. Looks like we have Michael Whitlock involved in that, and the 27 of John Waters.
Gonna get that replay up as soon as we can here.
Oh.
Yep, just started with the 27, and then he banged back up into traffic.
Yeah, he just lost it coming off the corner there. It hits the inside wall real hard, comes back up the track. Collects the 5 car and the 85 of Danielson. The one in 22 didn't actually get involved. It looks like he just slowed way down.
Yep. As we roll around here in another caution, quick shout out to our series sponsor, Top Shelf Auto and Detailing, putting up sponsorship for this race, for this season. Big shout out to them. But we're going to go ahead and click over to a quick commercial break as we roll around here, and we'll get right back to it as soon as possible.
Alright, welcome back as we are one to go to the green. Mitchell Reeves is in the lead. Brandon Thornhill in second. Brandon Murray in third.
Yep, and viewing throughout the field, we talked about Wes Holland previously with all that damage. He's up to 12th, so maybe you really don't need a front end and a rear end on this car.
Nah.
So, Devin Armstrong up to 5th. The real winner here is Jeffrey Merck, who started in the back and involved in that first accident. He's up to 4th, but coming down here, it's going to be Mitch Reeves' field with Brandon Thornhill again on his outside, or not again, but now on his outside with Brandon Murray right tucked up behind him. Mitch Reeves takes the green flag as we start after our third caution.
Yeah, good start for everybody, and I was kind of listening in on the race chat a little bit. They're all just telling each other to kind of calm it down a little.
Yep, not much you can do after that last caution. Someone just got loose that time. It wasn't a bumper, but nonetheless, calming down is a good strategy. Mitch Reeves out to a significant early start here. Real battle up around the 4th spot with the 6th car and the 115. Ryan Nolan back up in the mix.
Yeah, and Kevin Winter is really trying the best to get through all this mess and get back up to the front where he was at the beginning of the race.
Yep, Kevin Winter knows he's fast. Now he's stuck behind the guy who qualified 2nd. So, you know, patience on Kevin Winter is going to be needed. Putting the bumper to someone may not be his best strategy.
No, and, you know, when you know you're a fast car, you have a tendency to want to get around everybody as quick as you can, but you also have to be smart about it.
All right, man, caution is out.
Yellow flag showing again, and we'll run through the field to see where it's at. Seeing the 00, James Brown involved. Judd Danielson may be involved again.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Wasn't a major wreck, but you know, it looks like he just caught into the back end of James Brown, spun him a little bit, just enough to bring the caution flag out.
Yeah.
Judd Danielson does take his car behind the wall.
Yeah. We mentioned he was involved in a previous wreck too, so he may have just scrapped the rest of his, you know, tape from behind the wall and saying, you know what, that's the end of my Richmond this week.
Looks like we got all kinds of takers down pit road, so we're going to get some fresh tires, get some gas, take a breath, have some goldfish and Coke.
Goldfish and Coke. I want to bring up the 115 of Ryan Nolan here. Ryan, you got a copy? Ryan Nolan, Jeff Wood in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Maybe we'll talk to him at the end of the night. Any ideas who we need, who should get some type of interview? Maybe who someone's worked through the field thus far.
Maybe Kevin Winter, because he's kind of stuck back there. I kind of want to hear from him to see what he's going to do.
All right, let's bring out Kevin Winter in that 78. Hey, Kevin, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, Jeff Wood up here in the booth with Keith. So you're battling back through the field. You took tires when I guess some other guys didn't, but you're looking still inside the top 10, 6th place running at the moment. You staying easy off those bumpers, man?
Yeah, we're trying. I was kind of surprised the guys went down pit road. Maybe not, but we'll see if how the tires will hold out in the long run. And we're just, like I said, right now 4th caution. We're just gonna fight to keep the fenders on it now.
All right, yeah. Sort of summing up the last 2 races in general, what we've seen. Maybe, do you think you just need to be out front and, like you said, take care of it, or can you throw in maybe not what you did Thursday, but how about like a 2-tire stop if necessary?
We might try something like that, and maybe coming up soon. I'd like to know if that is if that would be a good choice or not. But as of right now, yeah, I got to stay up front. There's a lot of aggressive driving going on in the back right now. If you caught in the back, it won't be good for you.
All right, man. We'll hope to see you at the end of the night.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah, and as you heard, it seems that you want to be up front to kind of avoid all the messes that are going on in the back so far.
Yep, a little bit parallel to what we've seen previously on ASN when I was with them. Now over here on MaxSpeedTV, seeing about the same 30-car room and a little bit of cautions, but we're doubling up now. Mitch Reeves still in control of the field. Keith is going to have the call off of turn 4. What you got going on this run?
Well, let's hope for a long one, that's for sure. I'd like to see how these guys handle when the tires start to go away.
Many, many more laps to go. Let's see how they do it.
All right, pace car heads in. And Mitch Reeves gets them started. His green flag is back out in the air here. Richmond, Brandon Murray in second, but being challenged immediately by Devin Armstrong.
Yep, I think this will be Mitch Reeves' first challenge of his lead if Devin Armstrong can get back to him. Leader has a huge momentum off of the field. Ryan Nolan quickly getting into third, followed by Kevin Winter. We're starting to see some strong cars back up. Ryan Nolan loose off turn 4.
That was just a little loose. And we got a car going through the grass. Looks like that was the 33 Devin Armstrong.
I called it wrong. I thought it was 115.
All right, man.
And the caution.
Caution is out.
Brandon Thornhill looks like he's spun around. Seems that turn 2 exit is getting all kinds of people in trouble tonight.
Yep, 33 saved it off of that roundabout, but Brandon Thornhill quick off the gun there. 13 maybe got a little bit of a door slap there, but wow, he's lucky he didn't get collected anywhere else.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was lucky. It was just basically a one-car incident there.
Brandon Thornhill running up front for the last couple of cautions we've seen this evening. More pitting going on. Let's see. Leaders are down pit road this time.
Well, the nice thing about iRacing is that you don't have a limited number of tires that you can do.
Oh yeah, get those Goodyears while you can. 0-2 Mitch Reeves into his box, pretty good. Doesn't got the #1 box, maybe not the best box here at Richmond, as he's got to go around a corner. So he's going to want to straight shoot it and then turn left at turn 1. Oh, he's going to get beat off pit road.
Yeah, he got beat off bad.
Yep, good pit stop, but that 4-car. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's ugly, but it's working.
It shouldn't be fast, even on pit road. I think Ryan Nolan won the battle off the pit road there.
Yeah, I think he got off first. But we still have some guys who didn't actually pit, including the 099 Joker Johnson, Ronald Klein, and Tommy Gossen.
Yeah, Ronald Klein, I think, involved a couple cautions ago. Tommy Gossett already involved in 1 or 2 incidents. Robert McFarland up there taking his chances along with Jay Smoke, who actually pitted on the second time around.
Well, this is definitely going to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, we saw 099 up there, but he was the only one that stayed out that time. Now he's got 4 other buddies sort of blocking for him.
Yeah, the first car who came in, and it was Ryan Nolan, the 115, so we're going to see what that's going to do.
Got to take your chances where you get them if you're seeing a caution type of field. And it could be your win of the season that gets you into the chase.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with the trend of having cautions, every maybe 9 or 10 laps, you take a chance, come in and get some tires, and the next time you don't have to, because you know it's going to be another one soon.
No, it just means the fast guys have to stay patient. And we've seen that for the most part. Most of our incidents tonight coming from the rear of the field of self-spins or getting doored off of turn 2, like you mentioned. Turn 2 just very problematic. The guys that spin on the front stretch, obviously with that huge grassy area, have more of an opportunity to get it straight.
Yeah, I mean, we say this every week, you know, in order to win, you have to finish the race, and you can't win the race on lap 40. You just got to be patient, take your time, just get around the track, get some laps under your belt, and save the fighting toward the end.
That is true. Doubling up here, coming up backstretch, we're going to have the 099 of Joker Johnson again up front. On his outside is Ronald Klein, who we have not seen up front all evening, involved in a couple earlier incidents. Tommy Gossett, Robert McFarland, the top 4 that did not pit. So it'd be interesting to see as pace car is going to dive down pretty soon. Field is going to be on the 099. 099 running it slow up to the green flag, getting a medium jump, but it's going to have the rest of the field of no tires right there with them, along with everyone that took the tires.
Yeah, and these fast guys have got to be very careful navigating through the guys who didn't take tires, because it's really easy to overrun them.
Yep. 099 already got a lap led, so that's points in book. Everything is extra at this point for him. Taking the chance of quick caution. Tommy Gossett wants that 1 point late.
Oh, Ronald Klein goes around.
Keeps her straight. Oh, back into the wall.
That should bring out the caution there, too.
Should, but not seeing it.
It didn't.
Oh, he must have been quick. Bad eye racing.
Yeah, his car is just mangled.
Yeah, he spun above the yellow, so that should have brought out the caution. But back up front, 99 getting passed by the 45, Tommy Gossett. Not leading thus far. 45 looking for the lead off of this. 115 given wide berth, and he's got some fast guys behind him himself. 45 now getting a bonus point for leading the race. I don't know how much he could stand with 115, who is going to be on his rear bumper and significantly faster with those tires.
And now the caution's out.
Wow, that took forever for a caution.
Oh, and they're still wrecking.
Where's it at?
I see Brian Vizell kind of got things going, it looked like, the 24 car. Oh, no, I was wrong. The 2 car just took a massive shot to the right, hit the wall, and that kind of started the chain reaction. Dustin Lee.
Yep, single car spins turning into multi-car accidents. 58 barely escaping. I saw another car barely escape. People racking up some incident X's here thus far tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a field of really mangled cars. Yeah, so it looks like the 2 cars started that mess. He got loose and overcorrected, slammed the outside wall, and that kind of started the chain reaction from there. 2.
I believe we just saw a huge fake out as we're looking through the replays here. The 115 literally made Tommy Gossett go down pit road. So the guys that took tires last time back again out front. Hearing some opinion from Mr. D'Amico here, he's saying the 02 and the 5 car, a little bit of net code, and that's why we're seeing the complete right-hand turn of the 2. At least from our perspective, I'm watching it. may have been peeing amongst the drivers, but the caution not being called throughout the field on the race receiver at least, because a lot of drivers had a lot of opportunity to check up there.
Yeah, it didn't show up on my screen as netcode, but it's possible that's what happened.
Many perspectives. I didn't catch it on mine. I know looking back on the delay of our replay here on Mr. D'Amico's end, it was a definite netcode display, but you know, one way's the other. But still, the two took a right-hand turn and we're where we're at.
All right, so you know, let's put ourselves in the driver's seat for a little bit. These guys up front, does it get frustrating to see all these cautions?
Unless you're the first place the entire time, probably not. Mr. Holland won last night by virtually saying, I'm going to pit one time, and now I'm out front, and if y'all so much, I'm going to stay out front. But we haven't seen that tonight. So we've seen multiple leaders through multiple different occasions. We're doubling up now for another crack at it. We're going to go about 150 to go still at the green flag. It's going to take a little bit. I think we got the guys out front that started out front for the most part, and the guys in the back, again, got to match up well, watch your push up off the corners. So Keith, go ahead and grab this call as we go here to green, but that's my perspective on it.
All right, good to hear. All right, so the pace car is just about ready to get the heck out of the way, as Ryan Nolan's going to lead him down for this restart.
Green flag,
but
green
Mitch
flag.
Reeves, no, Ryan Nolan doesn't get a good start. It looks like Mitch Reeves is going to try to jump that a little bit, but Kevin Winter's right there with him in third as they come into turn one.
Yep, Kevin Winter, fast car all night. Ryan Nolan hanging on. Kevin Winter below the 02 of Mitch Reeves, followed by Jeffrey Merck in the 6 and 4 of Wes Holland in that severely mangled, damaged car. Mitch Reeves a little bit swirly off of turn 4. I believe Kevin Winter has the position and the momentum out of the corner.
Yeah, those two are racing side by side, hard for that second place. Kevin Winter finally does clear him going into into 3 and 4 there. And now he sets his sights on Ryan Nolan.
We could be seeing a dazzling iRacing display. Trying to look up at Mr. D'Amico's end and seeing that 4. He's shown damage too. It's surprised to see it. Mitch Reeves choosing a weird line through the corners. I don't know if that's affecting his momentum on this track, but it looks like he may have taken 2 tires at some point and is sliding through the corners a little bit more.
Yeah, he got into out of 2 nice. Oh, and Kevin Winter looks like we got a challenge for the lead here.
Yep, Kevin Winter gonna have it off of turn 4 onto the front stretch. Back out front as our top qualifier. He's gonna look to distance himself. Ryan Nolan winning a Room 2 event unseen. Still a fast guy anywhere he runs. He's challenging back up, trying to get back to the bumper. Hopefully he just runs his race and lets Kevin run the tires off the car.
Yeah, and that's the best thing you can do right now. Just settle in behind him, turn some laps, see how he's running his line, and maybe make a challenge later on in the run.
Definitely how I would do it, Keith. It is what it is, and you can't do
we have
nothing about it.
contact. James Brown gets into the 01 of
Caution is out.
John
Caution is
Pansula,
out.
and the caution does come out.
Caution on the field, a little bit longer green flag run, starting to get the little aches and pains out there. Top dog here in Loose Lug Nuts, unseen on our broadcast, and speaking up out there, telling the guys to race smarter. And that's what they need to do. Maybe it's not a smart move as we look through our replay here.
Yeah, it looks like the 00 there gets a little, trying to drift down the track, gets into the side of the 01 and puts him into the inside wall.
Yep, overrunning corners and position of where you're at is just Richmond right now. I would have to explain it in that way. It's just Richmond right now.
It is. It's exactly what it is. I mean, this track is narrower than, you know, they're maybe used to running, and these cars have a whole lot more power than the trucks or the Xfinity cars.
Yeah, we saw wildness ending Atlanta last week. We're hoping for a great ending at this point as we enter, I believe, our 6th caution, 7th caution. Looking down pit road, Mr. D'Amico coming. Yep, John Pansula. Calling out a wreck there on pit road, I believe.
Yeah, this is our 7th caution. Well, and again, we're going to have another shot at a restart here. It seems, and from the cautions that I've noticed, it seems that the exit of Turn 2 and Turn 2 are is the real problem spot for these drivers tonight, as most of the problems have happened there.
Yep, I would believe that would be correct. A lot of it, again, looking back through my viewing and broadcasting experience throughout this week at Richmond, is side by side. Well, it's either side by side, not knowing each other's wash-up rate, or, you know, where you are in that door space, or it's a single car incident off the wall in the backstretch, off of Turn 2 anyways, and then they just, you know, happen to come back up into the field.
Yeah, and, you know, with the track being the size that it is, you can bounce off the walls and get into traffic very easily. They don't have a really large infield area.
No, and Turn 2, at least not infield area. We've seen many guys, leaders here tonight, go down off of Turn 4, maybe collecting wall or bumper, but spinning down onto the front stretch. But there's that long, nice green pasture down there that you got an opportunity to save it.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you know, if you're going to go down the front stretch, you can slide through the grass and get back into it.
Yep, couple guys electing behind the wall. I think Mr. Pansula there with that wreck on pit road may have used up all the tape he had here tonight. That'll put us with at least 28 cars still on the field looking for what they can get here this evening. Again, this is a points league, a long season, 16 race season with a chase at the end. So every point counts. We're doubled up here tonight. Again, after caution number 7.
It does look like, sorry, John Pansula is out of the race now.
Yep. John Pansula, unfortunately, out of the race. No longer in a points run for him for this evening. Pace car going to be diving off right here. Kevin Winter, fast car this evening, out front, waiting for his restart. Good jump. Joker Johnson still up front. Mitch Reeves pushing the 115 and then diving. Wes Holland on the short end of that dive. Ryan Nolan trying to fit in by the O2.
Yeah, Kevin Winter again out to a really good start as Joker Johnson goes up the track a little bit, allowing Ryan Nolan to get under him as they go into 3.
Yep, Joker Johnson had his time out front, got some points, trying to stay out front with these short cautions, but Ryan Nolan back into P2, looking to hunt down the 78 again. Mitch Reeves under the 099. 099 loose, getting into that. 4 car will be up next with the 099. Looking through the field at the moment, eyes out to the 10th position there with Jason Covington. Haven't mentioned him all night. Wes Holland low on the bottom side, back up front. Let's look at 33 of the Devin Armstrong. He is now challenging up there towards the top 5.
You know, for as messed up as that 4 car is, it is driving very well.
It probably drives better than the first car without, you know, the speed.
Oh,
and Devin Armstrong giving them bumper. Jeffrey Mark getting, wow.
Saved it, and that causes a huge wreck.
All right, man, caution is out.
And they're still wrecking. Hit the brakes, guys. Hit the brakes. They're still wrecking.
That was a huge bumper hook going into that corner.
Yeah, he just tapped him, and that's all it took. One little tap, and he goes around. He almost saved it, though, but, you know, with these cars, once those tires get gripped, he was overcorrected and slammed hard into the wall. That car might be done for the night. It's smoking bad.
Yeah, and they just piled up, and it happened to be within the top 10 that this crash happened. As the replay goes through, and it's and that just sucks even more for the guys, and because they're coming onto the straightaway going, I'm gonna put that gas pedal and go fast, and then they're not.
Yeah, but I think I heard the 4 car's engine just blow.
Oh, let's take a look.
No, he's still going pretty fast, but I heard an engine blow somewhere.
You know what? iRacing's just taking pity on Wes at this point. He's that if he doesn't have a fast repair, he needs to take it. We're still under, you know, lap 100. We're not even at the halfway point, so I don't know if he wants to take it here, depending on if he's smoking. I'm not seeing any smoke from the car.
Yeah, I see it now. I think he may have just shut the engine off, just to save it from blowing completely. Yeah, if he's got a fast repair left, now is the time to use it.
Maybe.
And he did. Yep, I see the back end back on the car. The smoke is gone. He used that fast repair.
Yep, Wes involved in 3 incidents thus far. Only on lap 67. Seeing about 2 or 3 cars. That's our 8th caution here tonight. We're going to take a quick break, everyone, again. About 130 laps to go. We'll talk to y'all when we get back.
It's time for the drivers to head themselves down to the starting grid for this, the 24 hours of Daytona. They've got themselves about 30 seconds to make sure they are ready on the grid and ready to go. You can say a lot of things sometimes when these special events come along, but what we can say is we have got a race for the ages. Welcome back as we're just ready to take the green as Kevin Winter leads him down again for the next restart. Good jump again, but Mitch Reeves says, oh, I got you this time. He's right on his tail as Tommy Gossett settles into third.
Yeah, I think that's Kevin Winter's poorest start all night out front. Tommy Gossett out there with old tires still, I believe. 115 to Ryan Nolan going to bring up behind him with, I believe that's Jay Smoke at the 58.
That is Jay Smoke with the 58. Whoa, almost gets into the back of Ryan Nolan there. He had to check up hard.
Good check.
And
Oh!
the 33 car goes around. But he does save it, and we're still under green. Nice save.
Nice save by the 33. At least saves us another caution. And we're still looking out front here in contention. Kevin Winters now being challenged by Mitch Reeves within a quarter car length. Mitch Reeves looking for a mess up by Kevin Winter. Probably not going to see here this early. Surprised, though, I am to see the 45 of Tommy Gossett. 0-2 down to the bottom.
And we have a new leader, the 0-2 of Mitch Reeves.
Yep, no crossover from the 78 there. Maybe just wanting to run his race. Or he used up the tires, like I said. Mitch Reeves back out front, looking to win like he did on Thursday. He's got Ryan Nolan checking in, though, reeling them back down. I don't know who's fast.
Yeah, it seems that both Winter and Mitch Reeves. And another caution zone. I'm just not sure who.
Gonna check the back of the field for sure.
Oh, looks like Brandon Thornhill, the 68.
Yeah, that would be the second or third time we've seen him involved, or at least second time we've called him for a caution. Not much damage I'm seeing on the 68. Was he involved in with anyone else?
Yeah, it looks like the 33 of Devin Armstrong got into the back and was spun around just enough. Not too much contact, but obviously enough to bring the caution out.
Yeah, Devin unfortunately getting a bumper to himself, and then the bumper that didn't straighten out there, taken back to the 33. Yep, our keyboards man here tonight seeing differently than what we're calling, but you know, we're not in the driver's seat, so we don't really know. These guys are just have to be. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking back on Mr. D'Amico's replay. The 33 didn't technically touch him on his end, but by God, he was going to touch him if he kept that angle.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just a matter of time. It would have been just a little bit later in the turn when he hit him.
Yeah, 33 is definitely a top 5 car, but he's not been a top 5 driver. What we've seen here tonight with patience.
Yeah, and we say it, you know, every other caution or so. Patience, patience, patience.
It is what it is.
We can't make them drive that way, that's for sure. They're going to do their own race.
Yeah. Yeah, approaching the unforsaken double-digit caution mark. Seeing as we go through this pit cycle as it is now, we're going to have guys staying out, guys not. Mitch Reeves took the lead under that short green flag run. I don't think he's going to have it here on the restart.
No, it looks like a couple of people stayed out, including Devin Armstrong. But we have a new leader of Jeff Gilmore of the number 5 car. But now he's coming into pit road to give that lead. I think he just wanted to lead a lap.
Yep, points, points, points. And 49 is at the 49. Oh, he's laps down, unfortunately. Trey Galgan starting 5th on the field, trying to get a lap back where he can. The first car 1 lap down gets the lucky dog in this situation, depending on incidents. So the guys further laps down, like Trey Galgan, don't get, you know, a quick pass around.
Yeah, exactly right. So Devin Armstrong is now in the lead. We'll see what he can do with that. He's got a little bit of damage, but as we've seen, damage isn't really that much of a factor here right now.
Yeah, being involved in the caution, then straight up to the front, that's something special. Yeah, that's the Red Sea parting for you, essentially, and now you're running first, but I think those guys behind you may have some tires.
Yeah, that may not last long, but again, he gets points for laps led.
Devin Armstrong, no doubt in our mind, a fast car. Like I said, at least a top 5 fast car this evening. Wes Holland now fourth with a clean car. Mitch Reeves third. Ryan Nolan back up into P2, but gosh, where did that O2 is now third, so gosh, I don't know. A little bit of shake up the front. Tommy Gossett hanging around though in the 6th position. Pace car is going to be diving off shortly. Devin Armstrong going to have the jump here once the pace car dives. Pace car doing said, and let's see if the 115 can stick with them. Good start by the 33 of Devin Armstrong. Side by side is the 02 and 115. 02 is going to have the position.
Yeah, and Devin Armstrong on the slightly older tires might get eaten up here real quick.
Yep, 02 given the inside look as quickly as possible. Going to be back out front. Let's see these guys take some green flag laps. I really want to see a long run here as we are getting closer to the halfway mark. Tommy Gossett loose. 45 loose off of that. Ford and 33 getting past him. 33 getting mauled right here from his start. He had a great start, but no tires.
Older tires, that's what it's doing to you. And Ryan Nolan is right on the back end of Mitchell Reeves here. We'll see if he's going to challenge here in a couple of minutes with Kevin Winter. They're starting to separate themselves out just a little bit from 4th place left home.
Yep, top Reeves showing their top 3. Mitch Reeves may not want to give it directly to Ryan Nolan, but loose off that corner. But Ryan Nolan, as I was going to say before that, fast car. Kevin Winter tries to challenge, may not get the pass here, but he's on the bumper of 115. And if Michael D'Amico has anything to say about, watch out for that net code, people. Looking through our field, let's look at the 33 and the 45 battle it out. Tommy Gossett deep on the bumper of the 33, looking for the pass down in turn 1. We've seen Gossett run up the track a little bit in turn 2 tonight. Not doing here, no door slap. Tommy Gossett a little bit damage on the left rear, making a good pass down into 4. More battles behind him. We'll try to find them as we go forward.
Yeah, a lot of single file action now.
Oh, and we want to see it, even out of broadcast perspective, people. We want to see that single file green flag run for a long, long time here on out. We've had our share to talk. We want these guys to have their share to drive.
Yeah, we got those top 4 have definitely started to separate themselves out from everybody else.
Yep. Back out front with 02, the 78, the 115, and the 4. Big disconnect from the rest of the field. That is great for them, and then it will be troubling at one point if we stay green as they get into lap cars, because they are fast by far. Mitch Reeves off of his drag run last night, off of iRacing, back still out front. Kevin Winter definitely wants to be out front. He's shown to be the fastest car when he has clean air.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that he's fast, he knows it, he's got a lot of time, and I think he's content staying right there.
Yep, no pressure from behind. Top 4 just running their lines. I don't know, like I've said earlier in the evening, 02 of Mitch Reeves seems to be running a different line out of the corners and off the corners than most people, at least off of 3 and 4.
Yeah, but it seems to be working for him, so I think that's just how he likes to drive.
Yep, sometimes Kevin Winter showing a little bit of momentum here, but I was going to say 02, you know, if you're in the middle of the track, it is technically the longer way around.
Right, sometimes the cars work better the higher up they go, so he seems to be doing pretty good.
Yep, iRacing base setups here tonight in the Loose Lug Racing League. Again, shouting out our sponsor here for this race, the Top Shelf Auto and Detailing. big thanks to them for sponsoring this season here on Sunday nights in the Cup car. We're showing some great laps here. I think this is, oh, Kevin Winter loose, but I was going to say this is our, I don't want to say it.
Shit, don't. Just, I know where you were going, just hush.
Gosh, I started to say it and the 78 gets loose, so I won't say it, and bless me for even thinking it, right?
15 cars, David Johnson goes around. I blame you.
Yeah, I blame me too. Gosh.
Just loses it coming out of two, like we've seen a lot of cars do all night. Hits the inside wall, and that was all she wrote.
I'm sure he's been involved in other cautions, but this is the first time at least we've mentioned him for a caution. Let's see what the leaders do here under this yellow flag, and we'll grab an interview after our replay and possible pitting. 02 looking down pits at right now. Is he going to fake it? Nope. Down pit road, the leaders go. So we'll grab him after this pit road cycle. Best box is the first box, and that will be Kevin Winter. Fast time here tonight off of pit road, I believe belongs to the 04 car with a clean nose this time around. Who knows? I want to see who wins off of pit road. 02 quick out of the box. Wow, what a good pit stop.
Yeah, looks like he got out ahead of everybody.
Well, seeing that, I think we've talked to the top three, or at least attempted to talk to the top three. Let's bring in the man of the week of last week, at least, Wes Holland. As I find him in this gaggle of people. Yep, there he is. Wes, buddy, you got a copy?
10-4.
So you had that dirty-looking race car for the longest time, and finally decided to use that quick repair. Now you're, no, I shouldn't say now, but you're back up front with a clean car. What are you looking at?
Looking to get out of Richmond for this week, I guess. I mean, we built a good demo derby car for this week, but yeah, this has been an interesting track to be at with the way these outcomes of the races have been. So looking to get out of here with maybe a top 10, top 5, but I'm just wanting out and on to next week.
Yeah, only division you have not scored a win in thus far. I'm not counting you out, buddy, but still, I mean, a lot of cautions. Is it still the perspective to be out front and away from the guys that are potentially fast, trying to make too quick of moves?
Most definitely. It's definitely an advantage to be out in front and control the field, not to be back here. So I want to be up here and stay up here, but we've been shuffled back a couple times, got collected some stuff, and we're just trying to claw our way back up here and get this finish in.
We at least saw in the last run you had a strong 4th place car. Do you have anything for the guys in front of you, or are you just, like you said, hoping for that finish?
I probably got a solid top 5 car. I mean, these guys up in front of me here quick, so and I haven't really been up here all race long, so I really don't know what I actually have for them. But I think we got a solid top 5, and hopefully we can stay up here.
All right, man. I know you're looking to win them all or podium them all or whatever you do, but we'll hopefully talk at the end of the race.
10-4, appreciate you.
Well, that seems to be the name of the game today, is survival.
Yeah, he mentioned a good demo derby car, and I mean, I believe D'Amico will correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be the magical number 10. And Kristen Phillips out there on YouTube keeping us up when I asked about where the game was in football. Sorry, race fans, but that's what the mind was on at the moment during that commercial break.
All right, as we're back to green flag here, Mitch Reeves gets him going again. Out to a huge jump over Kevin Winter, who does settle back in second. Ryan Nolan passes Devin Armstrong for third.
Yep, and Devin Armstrong still making a pressure on Wes Holland there, two guys that normally don't want to get along. Carr, though, to beat out front 02, 78 wants to make his move. 78 diving on the 02 there. Let's see what he does. Oh, contact! 78, 115. 78 slowed way up, though, in that corner. I don't think Ryan Nolan can have avoided that.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, Ryan Nolan not showing too much bumper tonight, but at least did there. 02 safe out front. 78 is going to be aggressive to get back up front.
Yeah, there was kind of a big wreck there. Brian Bazell, the 24, and the 5 car. Jeff Gilmore got into it hard in the inside wall, but it did not bring out the caution.
Yep, iRacing not showing love to the caution, at least.
Yeah, we had another one into the wall.
And
it looked like Wesley Holland again.
Wow.
Oh, he gets collected by the 099 who then crashed. Oh.
Wes Holland just talking about survival. And he gets the car loose all by himself. And he slows it down well enough and stops the car, and these guys...
Overcorrected.
Oh, wow, that is a way late hit.
Yeah, these guys were flying. Yeah, it's just that was avoidable, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, Wes all by himself, definitely for that caution, bringing it out. But the late hit, 099, I don't know if that's the perspective of the 099 not slowing up, or someone in our race director crew not shouting out caution, 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 slow down at that point.
Well, it looks like the 4 car is going to have an ugly-looking car once again. Of course, then as we saw, he was doing pretty good the last time, so maybe it'll actually help him.
Yeah, not seeing any smoke on my end from that hit. At least it was a door hit rather than a trunk or nose hit. So, Keith, if you want to talk to anyone, you choose.
No, because I'm going to wreck him. So.
All right, so I'll choose. Again, let's see. Maybe we have a up-and-comer here. I think Dustin Lee's up for an interview. He's been involved in a couple. Let's bring up Dustin Lee.
Yeah.
Dustin Lee, you got a copy, buddy? Two-car, Dustin Lee. This is Jeff Wood in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Again, battling back up front. You've been involved in a couple. You saw maybe a net code issue with you, or you've recovered from that. Probably used a fast repair at least. Man, we still got less than 100, but basically 100 to go. What you looking for?
Just try to be patient here. Yeah, I had a little issue earlier with brake and lock up, and try to put it in the fence, keep everybody out of the way, but you know, kind of got slammed there. But yeah, just trying to be easy, getting in the corner, trying to save a little bit of tire. Really hadn't had a long enough run to see if we got anything for the long run, but yeah, short run seems to be pretty good right now.
All right, looking at a gas versus tire situation. Tires are always up in there. What are you looking at gas?
Honestly, I have no idea. Didn't even run really any kind of fuel strategy thing at the beginning of the race, so it's kind of just run it as I go.
All right, man. Currently scored in the 6th spot. Looking at the top 5, you got some competitors ahead and behind you. Hope you have the best of race, buddy.
Thank you.
Quick interview there with the 2-car of Dustin Lee, getting his perspective as he lines back up. We're going double file again. Mr. D'Amico, tell me in about 3 other different colored flags where we're at, because I won't mention it just now, and hopefully I just didn't jinx the number 2 car.
Let's hope not. But I do see that the 115 does have a little bit of front end damage now.
I'm showing rear end damage too. Looks like you got a square bumper there in the back, and 33 now showing up into the top once again. Pace car down. 0-2 quick jump. Green flag showing. Ryan Nolan getting a good jump on the outside, but he's challenged by the 45 of Tommy Gossett.
Tommy Gossett having a good recovery after a couple of early incidents. I think Kevin Winter kind of settled into fourth after that little hair-raising incident he had earlier on.
Yeah, right now, though, I think Tommy Gossett may be just outside of a 5 fast car. Ryan Nolan's, wiggle, and it was bound to happen. He's got a fast car. Tommy Gossett gonna get the lead. Kevin Winter, nice splice, 115 with the crossover on the 45.
He gets into second pretty easily there. That was a good move.
Yeah, he had to make a couple moves, in my opinion. 45, like I said, not top 5 just yet, but hanging in there. We're going to hopefully let this field lather out, look for a battle back in the field, maybe, and no.
Caution is out again. It's like Brandon Thornhill once again. Looks like he's diving hard into 3, just gets on the brakes too hard, collects another car with him.
Yeah, there was an incident behind him too at that point. Well, let's see what the leaders have to say about this one. I imagine they'll stay out on these short runs. Nope, Mitch Reeves putting it down pit road. The rest of the field gonna follow.
Yeah, and they do see what it's like with fresh tires, so if the leader comes out and they all have to, otherwise he's gonna blow them away.
I do like the fact that the 115 is right on the bumper of the 02 entering pit road, so I don't think the 02 is going to have such a great advantage with about the 8th box or 9th, wherever he qualified, 6th box.
Yep.
Obviously, advantage to Kevin Winter. Mitch Reeves down and away. Kevin Winter and I think Ryan Nolan beat him out, but I don't think Ryan Nolan wanted to beat him out. Or, no, Kevin Winter, second.
Yeah, it was a really good stop by Ryan there.
Interesting to see who stayed out, who didn't. It looks like the man we just talked to, number 2 of Dustin Lee, staying out, along with Brandon Dorsett. We haven't seen old tires be a worthwhile experience when everyone behind you has new.
Yeah, that's going to be again. He's going to get kind of swallowed up after the first lap or so.
It just takes the patience of those faster behind him, though, to stay the course. But if they don't, I think the real winners in the long run, with quick cautions, are the guys that take the, chances. And that's what these guys are doing. You can't blame them for taking the chances.
No, but at the same time, you have to know what your car is capable of doing.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin Lee, we mentioned him up to 6th place. Maybe not there for most of the race. However, at the same time, I don't know, 6 car slowing down, maybe a penalty off of pit. Nope. He just wanted to wave around, and 2 cars stayed out.
Yep, so Dustin Lee is going to get a couple of laps later here for some bonus points, but I don't think he's going to stay out there for very long.
And Kevin Winter's going to be on the inside on this restart. Ryan Nolan with that great pit stop. Unfortunate, though, that one car stayed out. Doubling up here at the line, maybe. Yep, pace car lights are out. Number 2 going to be leading them off. Always good to have the early jump. One car trying to get off the pit lane here. It looks like Brandon Thornhill finishing up some damage, repairs.
Yep, he's going to have to haul, if he hauls some serious butt, if he's going to catch the tail end of that field before the green flag comes out.
Well, it looked like he still had a butt in on the end of that car, so all hail to that. And let's see how this start here goes. Keith, you got the call, man.
Alrighty. Pace car is about ready to get out of the way here, so we can go back to green flag racing as Dustin Lee does bring him down out of turn 4. And the green flag is back in the air here at Richmond. Kevin Winter challenging Ryan Nolan for second place. Really good start for Kevin Winter to take that second spot away from Ryan Nolan as they go out of 2.
Yep, 4-car high out of turn 2. 78 eventually going to have this lead, I'd have to guess. These front guys making a lot of moves that we've seen in the back. Kevin Winter not able to get position on the 2-car going in this corner. Has to be coming up. As we followed the leader through this, yep, 78 making the dive here. His position, 78 going to be back out front, but eventually going to be followed by the 115.
Yeah, and you can see that Dustin Lee just can't hold the bottom of the track because his tires are holding, so he's got to drift up there to save it. He's actually holding up the 115 just a little bit right now.
Yeah, if you don't make the move on Dustin Lee, it seems like he's not going to give you the position into the corner. But off the corner, 115 with the pass. This is where he wants to be. Mitch Reeves looking to go into third. 02 and 2 are teammates, so it might be an easier pass for Mitch Reeves.
Apparently not.
02 have a little bit of life left in that car as they come up to a lap car. That looks like the 3-car.
Mark Jackson. That will delay Mitch Reeves' pass of the 2-car here as they get around this lap car.
Yes, it does. And Mitch Reeves, I don't know, playing nice with the 2-car, it seems, in my opinion. 02 definitely normally faster. 33 down to the bottom, allowing the lead lap cars. Strange to see the 33 give way, but it is his teammate out front, and that's 78. 115 is still trying to track down the 78. Letting these guys run out front. Let's look for some battles through the pack. Oh, car on the wall, 33, Evan Armstrong.
He was nice, got out of the way, and it still didn't help him.
Yep, he got out of the way. Big battle back here for around the 10th, 12th place area. Double zero.
Somebody going through the grass there. I think that was the 58. Of Jay Smoke, perhaps?
Yep, Jason Hughes going through the grass. You've said it all night. If you want to get loose on the front stretch.
And it seemed to work.
Oh, yep, 13 now challenging the 4-car. 4-car lacking speed proportionately to where he was earlier in the race. 13 making the pass on that. Double zero showing about the same damage the 4-car was earlier and significantly faster. I don't know. iRacing has to repair their damage model.
Yeah, I'd say.
I think a car with no front bumper and back bumper would be slower than a crinkled front bumper, but who am I? I'm not an engineer.
Nope, I'm just a broadcaster. Oh, and professional back bumper.
Yep, we backseat drive all day. But back out front here, we're looking at Kevin Winter with about 3/4 of a second lead on second place. Coming up on another lap or another car, that would be the 15. David Johnson gonna hunt him down here in a little bit. Let's see if that gives advantage maybe to 115 with a good run there. I saw 78 go to a more middle line. I don't think these guys have their lines padded down just yet. 15 into the wall on the front stretch, 78 down to the bottom. Gonna make a clean pass. 15 gonna give it to the 115 eventually in this next corner.
Yep, if he's just getting out of the way, he knows he's slower. Just make way for the leader so they can get on with their race.
Yep, good racing there by the 15. Hopefully he stays out of that wall though. Don't want to see him slow up too much.
Oh, car through the grass. Looks like it was the 15 car.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. Yep, Jeff is making the drivers feel antsy here tonight. I want to get some interviews when we're under caution, but hate to be the jinx of the group here.
Yeah. And just to give some updates here, it looks like we have Jeffrey Merck, Taylor Potts, Colin Stevens, Trey Galgan, and Devin Armstrong are out of the race.
Yep, that would leave Brian Bazell, who is on pit road and stationary in 26. Same thing with Craig Covington. See where Dre Galgan, you said Dre Galgan retired?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. So he's going to go back to the end of the field.
Yeah, it looks now we're actually had a long enough run to where the leaders are now starting to come up on significant lap traffic.
Yep, 78. Again, looking at 3 cars in front of him. This is the most disadvantaged lap or leader we've had thus far, and these lap cars are just now realizing, hey, the 78's the leader and he's behind me.
Yeah, and you know the guy who's just about to get past does not have to give way. That is not a requirement because he wants to stay on that lead lap, but at the same time,
wow, 78 did give him a bump. 78 did give him a bump going into that corner, but at the same time, at least watch out for the leader. I don't know. The other car there was running for position, I believe.
Yeah, and the 78's got enough damage that he is slowed up significantly, allowing the 115 to catch right up to his tail. That right side has got some pretty heavy damage on it from that side swipe.
From a race perspective point, I don't know, hook him rather than hit him clean.
yeah, something.
Hook him gives the leader less damage, but at the same time, again, those lapped cars, we're saying lap cars, they were running for position with one another.
Yeah, and he was the last car on the lead lap, so he wanted to stay on the lead lap, and I get that. But, and it looked like he may have been trying to either get out of the way or challenge the 099 to get past him, and that didn't quite work out.
At 115, looking for advantage here. I think he's going to take it.
Yep, and I think the 78's got more damage on the car than he'd like to admit. Maybe the toe got damaged or banged up a little bit there, and that allowed the 115 to go by.
Yeah, 115 benefiting from 78's way through traffic, and we called it coming up to it as it was the most bunch traffic we've seen a leader negotiate. 78 still on the bumper.
Yep, and it looks like he is challenging for the lead once again, so maybe not as much as I had thought.
Yeah, we've seen the 4 car run around with a mangled car. 78 can do the same, no doubt. 115, Ryan Nolan, those guys are giving each other a lot of room to run for the top 2 spots.
And now it's Mitch Reeves' turn to get through all this lap traffic.
Yeah, looking back to 02, he still has a couple cars to negotiate. Maybe not in the chain of the leader. The leader's the plow, the rest of the guys take advantage of the plow. Oh, wow, that car, I couldn't get the number, 112. Michael Whitlock. McFarland down low, going up high, 02, and a weird sandwich place right now. These guys are still running strong out front with the 78 and the 115. Kevin Winter leading Ryan Nolan, approaching another slow-ish car. Wow, unbelievable to say. It looks like the 4-car of Wesley Holland.
Well, he did get into another incident there, so his car is pretty banged up.
Yep, and he will eventually be lapped, giving way to the leaders. 115 and the 78 going to maintain their momentum. 4-car going to tuck up behind, run his race. I think we're limiting down onto the lead lap cars. We're approaching 10 lead lap cars eventually.
Yeah. Looks like right now the last guy in the lead lap is the 00 James Brown, but he is losing time quick.
And these guys out front are fast, and it is the top 2 cars this evening thus far. We've mentioned him a bunch. I said Kevin Winter by far the fastest car when he's out front. Ryan Nolan trying to make contention to that in that 115, sticking to the bumper. It is a really close race. They're within 0.2 of each other.
Yeah, and he really doesn't want to take any real chances to try to pass him now. There's still, you know, there's still 53 laps to go, so he's got plenty of time to measure him up and make his move later on.
Yep, and that is the thing, measuring up. We're seeing, wow, what a battle out front. I'd like to go through the field, but these guys are putting on a show up front. I think 115 is going to make a move.
Yeah, see, he makes as soon as I say he makes a ladder to me and passes him clean, coming into 3, but Kevin Winter trying the little crossover there. Not
little
quite.
Crossover. Much respect given there. Kevin Winter usually gives that bumper just a tiny bit.
Yeah, and Mitchell Reeves does get around the 4 of West Holland, and now he's going to try to pursue these guys, but he is back by 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds, and the real battle still out front. Boy, I'd like to tear my eyes away. Hate to, you know, focus on these guys, but we're approaching more potential lap cars. They're getting at it with their racing. They're not making it a stagnant race. They're switching positions, given where needed too, and that's very good out front. You don't want to see the top 2 cars just, you know, left.
No, and you know, they're racing clean, and they know that they are out front by a lot, so they're going to give each other a little bit more room than maybe if it was later on.
It is. The 115 and the 78 now approaching the 00, the last car on the lead lap, and I believe the 76 who was already lapped down. So James Brown trying to maintain his position, damage on the car. See, wow, 78 less tires I think than the 115. 115 managing maybe better tires.
Yeah, I could have seen that way.
We're seeing like a 2-car gap. We'll wait to see if they catch this lead lap here. We're less than 50 to go here tonight. It's been a long race, and they're making it feel like a short race at this moment.
Yeah, they're coming up on some fairly damaged cars, so it shouldn't hold them up too much.
115, 78 running their lines. Good off the corners. I'm not seeing too much drifting upwards. Again, though, stacked up cars. Not as stacked up as before, but in concession of one another.
Yeah, and you know, they're going to run up on these guys here within the next 2 or 3 laps.
We're going to keep our eyes out front with Mr. D'Amico as we get up and see these passes coming up. I'm going to take a quick peek through the field. Hopefully nothing happens.
I'll let you know. Oh, as the 115 car gives the bumper to the 00, say, get out of my way, buddy.
Well, let's see. That's what I get for looking through the field.
You just let them know,
Nothing
hey, I'm
severe.
Here, get out. Oh, and the 122 car is around.
Alright, man, caution is out.
Tries to go back out on the track and brings out the caution. Well, we did have the longest green flag run of the night.
I try to look through the field. for other than the lead or top 2 cars, and then they start to get sideways. This is going to shake things up, though. Longest green flag run of the night. I think we might see some pitting from the top guys.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's no doubt they're going to come in now.
4 tires and as much fuel as they need to the finish, and possibly for the top guys, the top 2, some quick repairs.
Yeah, honestly, right now is the time to do it because you're gonna have around 40-ish or so laps to go by the time they get back to green flag racing, and at Richmond, 40 laps is not a lot.
Nope, but what we've seen here tonight as we watch the pit road right now out of the replay, this pit stop is crucial. And Kevin Winter with the number 1 box, Ryan Nolan with the number 2. Let's see how they do. Mitch Reeves has great pit stops all night. Let's see who makes some chances.
It's the Goldfish and Coke, I'm telling you.
Goldfish and Coke for Mitch Reeves in the 0-2. 4-tire stop, it looks like, from it. Ryan Nolan quick out of the box.
That was a great pit stop by that 115 car. He gets himself in great position.
I wish I could have talked to him earlier if he was on the mic. I think he was focusing on what was going on around him, though.
Probably, yeah, but he might be available now that his pit stop's over.
Let's see. We're in the waning laps here. I'm going to try and bring the 115 back up again. Let's see. Hey, Ryan, you got a copy this time?
Yeah, I found my button this time.
Hey!
Yay, man. So, great pit stop. I mean, great pit stop there to get in front of that 78. Do you got some long-term momentum against him?
Yeah, I think on the long runs I'm better off. So I'm hoping from here on out it goes green. But it's a trade-off between pushing hard and saving tires and keeping position. So hopefully we get strung out and have a run to the finish here.
I did mention, though, on that last green flag run, the longest one we've had this evening, it looked like you were better at tire saving than the 78. Do you feel that, or is that just you being faster?
It's hard to say. I was trying to just roll on the throttle and not get as loose, and he got loose a couple times, and I kind of did that earlier on in the race and spun the tires, and that's what caused me to kind of get tagged there on the front stretch early on. But yeah, just trying to save tires. It's hard to say if he was saving better than I was, but I felt pretty strong there towards the end.
All right, going to have some waiver rounds in front of you, but I believe you're going to be P1. Great pit stop there, man. And you and the 78 have put on like a semi-show of your own out front, and we wish you best of luck for the rest of the race.
Thanks. It's definitely been fun racing with these guys, and hopefully we can talk to you at the end of the race here.
All right, that would be Ryan Nolan in the 115. Waiver rounds going on. These guys not giving me much of a bathroom break here. Gosh, we're in the final 40 laps. Keith, what you got?
I got probably a couple more cautions, but I think there's going to be this is going to be a longer green flag run. I'm hoping it's going to get to the end, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yep, that's what we saw on, I believe. Gosh, I want to say they're blended in. One of the nights they did the same thing, cautions, and then they had a long green flag run, but it ended under caution. Pace car down. Ryan Nolan has the field. Kevin Winter to his outside. Ryan Nolan on the green flag run. Ooh, wow, that's going to leave an opening for Mitch Reeves. 78 diving low. He may even have the position. Oh, 115.
He did the smart thing and backed out of there.
Yeah, he was being nice, though.
He was.
Oh, wow. Ryan Nolan, quick caution here. Ryan Nolan with the nose, I believe, out front.
Yep, he has the lead. Can't see who the caution was for, though.
Mike Donahue on the caution. Replay coming up. ARTVO lying to Mr. D'Amico here.
No, it was. He lost it coming out of 2, hit the inside wall.
Single car caution. It is what it is. But we are going to take our final break here tonight. Let these guys pit and not pit. We'll see where they end up as we end up with probably around 30 laps to go. Let's see what they do after this break.
It's time for the drivers to head themselves down to the starting grid for this, the 24 hours of Daytona. They've got themselves about 30 seconds to make sure they are ready on the grid and ready to go. You can say a lot of things sometimes when these special events come along, but what we can say is we have got a race for the ages.
All right, welcome back as the field is lining up to go green one more time with about 33 laps to go when we take the green flag as Ryan Nolan leads and Kevin Winter in second place.
Yep. Quick caution there at the last one. Not much has changed. We're still seeing some surprises up front with Tommy Gossett, Dustin Lee, Jay Smoke, Brandon Dorsett, even Kevin Petty and Jason Covington getting up there inside the top 10 with Jeff Gilmore. Real race that we've seen out front is the top two. Let's see if that continues as the pace car is going to be diving down here rather quickly, and it does. 115 has the field. Green flag. He checked up the field pretty good there at the start, getting a clean run. 02 wanting to stay out front, but the 78 closing the door on the top three.
And Kevin Winter, I believe, is the faster car on the short runs. And if he's got a chance, he's got to pass him now and hope that he can stay in front of Nolan toward the end of his race.
Yep. Got to pass him down without using the bumper, not showing showing a little bit. I don't think Ryan Nolan should give him the position here with that late show, but he does anyways. Going to give him the position out of the corner. Kevin Winter showing a late run to that inside. I don't think that would have been that nice.
Up, though.
No, Nolan needs to quickly fall into the second position unless he wants a third guy out there running with him, because Mitch Reeves is looking hungry.
Yeah, and Nolan does finally give the position up, but we'll see for how long.
Yep. Pulling up behind. He said he had a great long run that last time around. You mentioned the 78 being great on those short runs, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, and it does seem that Kevin Winter is kind of getting out in front just a little bit here now, as he definitely does have the stronger car in the short run, but we'll see if Ryan Nolan can stay at least within striking distance, as we have 29 laps to go.
Yep. Caution-filled night here tonight, but with some interesting running up front. The top two, cream of the crop, out front here tonight. Mitch Reeves wanting to make me sound wrong with my words, sticking around thus far. 78 still maintaining his lead, but 115 probably in the next couple laps going to be shown the inside line. Want to move back a little bit and give a couple laps here. Look at the 45 of Tommy Gossett, just past Dustin Lee for 4th place. I said he was an interesting person to be inside the top 5, but when he took his chance, he maintained his position here in the top 5 tonight, and it's paid off, and he's shown to be, at the end of the race, the driver inside the top 5.
Yeah, and he's having a really good run despite some earlier troubles. He's definitely recovered nicely from that.
Yep. Like I said, took his chance, probably took a no stop during her caution, got up front, but had an ability to pit with the leaders. That's where he is. He's maintaining his top position. We're going to move again further back in the field. I want to pay attention to a driver that's running just basically the A series here, the Cup car, the 10 car, Jason Covington. Moved into the 7th position. He's inside the top 10, qualified just outside the top 10 tonight, but struggling through the race to maintain where he's at. It's good to see the 10 car out front. Good buddy of mine, Jason Covington. Strong showing here tonight, but even stronger showing is that 91 of Kevin Fetty, who's running him down.
Yeah, he's definitely having a go at him, and not quite there yet, but it looks like he's going to make a move now.
Yep, Kevin Fetty showing the inside lane. Jason Covington staying half at it. A little bit harder to pass in the back of the field. The guys aren't, maybe either given position or they're given less of an advantage, as they really have to fight for their position at the moment.
And points are important this early in the race, or early in the season. You want to get as many as you possibly can, so every position is worth the fight.
Yep, 10 car, top 10 last week at Atlanta in our broadcasting room. Kevin Fetty, I think, might have been in room 2. Gosh, I really gotta learn who's where.
It really is. It's a blur.
It's a blur, but at least within the Cup car, these guys have done reasonably well within the top 10 in points, I would like to think. Let's move back out front, and the short run driver is out to a 7/10 lead over the 115 of Ryan Nolan.
Yeah, and Ryan Nolan did say he had a better long run car. However, we're not sure if this is a long enough run for him to start gaining back time.
Yeah, it'd be hard to see well, I mean, he closed the 10th there on that lap, but lap to lap in the Cup car, if you just miss your entry into a turn or exit off of a turn, you could be a 10th or above and beyond.
Yeah, there's still 18 laps left, so we're going to see what happens here. But he's kind of extending that lead all of it. It's out to 9/10 according to my screen here, so it's growing ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm. And they're doing a good job. Let's see if we can't find a battle through the field. We're going to keep an eye on the front until I do. Boy, it's hard to find a battle. These guys have singled out, but the 78 car is again approaching some lap cars that may come in contention. That's where we saw it last time before that different colored flag that we did not mention showed. Yeah, I know, I'm bad about it. But 78 had to use the bumper and the side of his car and the back end of his car to get through lap traffic last time, and that's where we saw the 115 really start to gain on him.
Yeah, and the advantage now is that Kevin Winter has enough of a lead. It's out to almost a second, or basically or was out to a second. It's about 8/10, but he's got enough of a lead where he can be a little more cautious getting around these lap cars.
A little bit more cautious, or not really Kevin Winter style we've seen here tonight. So
it was just a thought.
It was a great thought, but I think the 78 matches up with a couple other drivers in this league well with I wouldn't say impatience, but aggressiveness. That's a great word. Or aggressiveness level. So that's where we stand. Does the 78 fare well? And he's coming up on that 4 car who is equal in aggressiveness. Does the 4 car who might be battling for position at this point with McFarland grab, a couple extra seconds by holding up the 78?
We're gonna find out. Nope. He just pulls up and gets out of the way.
Yep,
good sportsmanship on his part.
Yeah, good sportsmanship on the 4. That's how the 4 would want it. It doesn't necessarily happen all the time. McFarland giving line to the 78. Ryan Nolan going to hope to get the same thing going down to turn 1. 78 is going to have a clear advantage. Wow, 4 to the inside. 115. Wow, what a split by the 115.
That was a great move by the 115. He didn't lose a tenth at all getting through that traffic. Great pass.
Yep, and we've said it throughout the night. The top 2, the 78 and the 115 right now, have put on a show out front, and I commend them for it. Nine to go here at the line tonight. We're in the waning laps. Fingers crossed for a great finish. Either way, we've had some experiences here tonight.
Yeah, it was a rough start, but they got themselves together there toward the end of the race. We've seen some pretty good racing here. Kevin Winter, nice and smooth as we're 8 laps to go now. Coming to 7 to go at the line.
Yep, definitely the 78 race to lose at this point, but again, I mentioned the lap traffic. He is up on a really, really slow car who has a significant amount of damage. That's the 96 of Craig Covington. Craig may not be an easy man to pass in the lap traffic, but let's see what he does out of turn 1. 78 with the momentum. Craig Covington given the lead to him.
Yep, and that was, again, good idea. Just get out of the way and let these 2 leaders fight it amongst themselves.
Yep, and that's the difference between the last green flag run and this one. Kevin Winter either being over-aggressive or impatient. I don't know which word it was, but he had to use some bumper to get through traffic and be the plow.
And unfortunately, Ryan Nolan did get stuck behind that car. Now he's over a second and a half back now.
Yep. Kevin Winter's race to lose is we're coming up on 6 laps to go.
Actually, we're at 4 laps to go right now.
Yep, I can't count, and Kevin Winter still out front. Math is hard. Ryan Nolan still trailing him. Significant amount of lap cars to be passed still for Kevin Winter. Wow, they're not giving him the inside. He chooses the outside line, gets a rolling block.
Yep, he got stuck behind him there. That was
Michael
the 122 of Michael Whitlock. Yep.
Yeah, Michael Whitlock not giving much room there. Ryan Nolan taking advantage. I don't think if it's that's significant enough, though.
No, he only lost a couple of tenths there, so it wasn't that big a deal, but still, that was kind of a kind of one of those pucker moments there for Kevin Winter.
Definitely, definitely. And Kevin Winter in control of his own fate. He just has to play well with others in the sandbox. Coming up on James Brown, I believe that's the doubles. Oh, wow, dive outside. Close. Yeah, I mean, too close for comfort.
Last lap,
on the
let's
leader.
see if, yep, as long as he doesn't get in trouble, hits his marks, he's going to come home with this win tonight.
I really think the 115 is getting the short end of the deal here, passing these lap cars. Oh, wow, splits them. Kevin Winter still out front.
As he comes across the line, Kevin Winter is your winner.
Yep. Followed up by the 115 of Ryan Nolan. And
Mitchell Reeves in third.
Keith is going to score through the lead lap cars here as I dig down and try to find these guys.
Yep, so our results so far, Kevin Winter coming home as your winner. Ryan Nolan in second, Mitch Reeves comes home in third, Dustin Lee fourth, Tommy Gossett coming home in an impressive top 5 tonight, Jeff Gilmore in sixth, Jason Covington seventh, Kevin Fetty in eighth, Jay Smoke ninth, and rounding out your top 10 with a really messed up race car is Ronald Klein. Alright, we're going to have our podium finishers interviews coming up in just a moment.
Yep, I'm dragged up the top 4 here this evening. We'll see the top 3 at the start-finish line, getting their picture taken and watching the 78 burnout. But we're going to go ahead and bring up Dustin Lee here this evening. Dustin, man, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, you wound out the night with the 4th place finish. I know you have to be excited points-wise for that here in the Cup Series. What'd you do there to maintain at the end?
Just pretty much just tried to save my tires. I knew that Tommy was, he was good on the short run, but I knew I was a little quicker on the long one there. But yeah, I just had to pace myself. I knew I had some pace when we had that earlier one with, when I was on old tires and I could actually keep up with them. So kind of made me feel a little bit better about the, tires and everything.
All right. I know 4th place is great for you. You got Mitch Reeves, a teammate in front of you. I think you had Ronald finish here 10th night in your team there. What are you looking at Auto Club going forward?
Hopefully, we can all finish up top, up front here. Like me and Mitch did tonight. Ronald, good job on 10th there. I know he battled all night long, back and forth. But yeah, if I can stay clean and quit making mistakes here, I can actually finish up front like tonight.
All right, man. Any shout outs, praise you want to give to sponsors and whatnot?
Yeah. Shout out to Olivefield Welding, and also Over the Top Paints Design. He does an awesome job painting these cars, and looks great. Thank you guys for putting us on too as well.
All right, Dustin, 4th place finish here tonight. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Thank you.
Gonna bring up the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves now. Kevin with the call, or Keith with the call.
Hey, Mitchell, it's Keith and Jeff up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, we got you, Keith.
All right. Congratulations, first off, on your 3rd place finish. Tell us about those last few laps.
Yeah, I think we finished just about probably where we should have. I mean, maybe second if we didn't have the damage on the right side. We ran up front most of the race, led a good bit of laps when the pits were cycling through with me, Kevin, and Ryan, and it was some really good racing up there in the front. Wish we didn't have as many cautions, but I think the 1 or 2 cautions before that last run to the end, I tagged the wall on the right side, and Devin Armstrong hit me in the back, and I really feel for Devin. I think that really messed up his car, and hopefully if he's listening, I really apologize for getting in the wall and messing him up like that. Just kind of one of those racing deals. But come home P3. Really wanted to beat Ryan Nolan tonight. He was leading the points by 2, so now he's going to be leading it by 3, I believe. So we'll go into Auto Club and see if we can make that gap up.
So was your car, did you think the short runs helped you, or did you like a longer run?
I really like the short run tonight, which really I was I mean, at the start I was hoping for a long run. I really practiced for the long run, but it just seemed like I was definitely on it when it came to the restarts. I really kind of was, I really was very confident on the restarts about what I could do, and then when this damage came up on the right side, I didn't think it was going to hinder me, and when I went in, I had about 37 seconds of optional. And I should have taken the quick fix like my gut told me to, but I figured we may have another run-in with, that's how hard as we were racing each other. But, it didn't mean that's just the name of the game. It's a flip of a coin, and I chose the wrong side that time.
Yeah, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That is a part of racing. You are right. So who do you have to thank tonight for your third place?
I've got to give a huge shout-out to Top Shelf Detailing through Robert McFarland. He's a really, really awesome thing for him to step up this year and bring on MaxSpeedTV. And speaking of MaxSpeedTV, I actually heard a voice I hadn't heard in a while, and that's Michael D'Amico's. He talks about once every 15 years, and I heard somehow they either gave him something or paid him enough to go to that podcast and talk for 30 minutes. So it was pretty cool to hear him, and as much history as me and him got, it's pretty cool it's all came full circle and we're back together. But Team Exile, Ronald Klein, all them guys, and Ronald Klein's cat poisoning service for everything he does over there.
Well, if you're around again in 15 years, we'll have him talk to you again.
That sounds good. I'll give him some goldfish then, too.
Yeah. All right, congratulations on your third place.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, now we got Jeff with our second place finisher, Ryan Nolan.
Yeah, Ryan Nolan here tonight. Hopefully got the right button again. We talked to you earlier. What do you think about that second place finish? Not a lot of back and forth action, but still great finish, man.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think we needed a longer run to really capitalize on the 78, but he was just really fast on the short run. He did a great job. But yeah, just overall pretty solid night for us, and we'll take second. But yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you got second place here tonight. Good thing for points. I think you might move up a position or two, and the points staying within the Cup Series. At least one room tonight. It's going to narrow it down for you going forward. You got Auto Club up next. How do you feel about California?
I don't know. I like the short tracks, so I felt pretty good about coming tonight. I think I'll do okay there. It's hard to say. I haven't run a lot of laps at Auto Club, but we'll certainly put our best foot forward.
All right, man. Best foot forward. You got anyone to thank here tonight?
Yep, I'm going to thank my wife always because she puts up with me. My parents are watching this. It's always good to have them watching. And finally I have Timeless Knots on the hood of the car. And we're your vintage rug dealer, so if you guys need any good quality rugs, we can hook you up.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. Hopefully we'll see you again next week in the podium positions.
That'd be good. Thank you.
Garnering our final interview here tonight will be Keith, and he'll take us off the air after Kevin Winter here.
Kevin Winter, are you there?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All right, well, first of all, congratulations on that win. Tell us about that last run.
That was fun. I'm just happy to see a green flag run there. The other race was kind of a slow getting going, but it was kind of nice to get a nice run and see what we had for the 115 and the 02. Luckily, we were able to get by a couple of those lap cars. They've been a little bit trouble tonight too. Yeah, I'm just happy to get my first win of the year.
All right, so I think you had mentioned earlier, if I recall, that you seem to prefer the shorter run. Is that the case? Did you prefer the shorter run, or did you want to see it go longer than it did?
Oh, I would prefer green flag pit stops all around. I like it when it's the longer the run, the better.
All right, well, how was the car out there tonight? Otherwise, I mean, besides the massive amount of cautions.
I mean, the car was pretty good. It's a little loose on entry, but just got to keep the tires on it. As long as you don't overdrive the corners too much and just easy on the throttle, be smooth and consistent. It'll help you keep you up front.
So as you go into next week at Auto Club, what are you going to focus on there?
Again, like do every other week. Just finish in top 5. I like to be up front, stay out of trouble, stay away from the drama, and get a good measure on the rest of these guys on the track. I know last couple races haven't really showed it, but there's a lot of fast guys out there. Going to a big speedway like Auto Club, you're probably going to see a couple new names up there, and I'm just excited for some good racing coming up.
All right, what do you have to thank tonight for your win?
I want to thank Louis Slugnuts for hosting a great league. You guys up in the booth, great, a good job. John Hendrick, Brian Trouble, the 2 Brandons, the 2 admins we have on board for all the work they do, and yeah, we'll get them next week, hopefully.
All right, well, congratulations again on that win. Go celebrate.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, Jeff. Well, that was quite an interesting tale. It was almost 2 races tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, 2 races, definitely. We had the caution race, and we had the green flag race, which green flag was interesting with Keith and Ryan. They put on a great show out front. It was hard to find another show during those green flag runs. Sorry about the cautions tonight. Short track racing at its best or worst, which way you look at it. But we're on to Auto Club next week.
All right, well, I think that just about wraps it up here. So, for everyone here at MaxSpeedTV and Top Shelf Auto Detailing, have a wonderful night, folks. We'll see you next week.